there, electrical listeners of the gaming community. I do so hope that you're having the finest of evenings and are ready to kick back, relax with the finest of treats, and kick some tiny buns. Welcome one and welcome all to another episode of Survival of the Crafters. I am your host, Ian Kelly, the lovely little guy right in front of you with the scarf, and whom I cannot change the pixel size of at the moment for my skin pack. Anyways, welcome back. We have been doing a lot of graphical updates and changes inside of the texture pack, and we're going to go over a few of those today. Yesterday, I spent a good 8 to 10 hours working on moving all of our textures. Now, I did not get anywhere near all of our textures, but moving a lot of the textures from 32-bit to 64-bit. Now, the resizing and changing and doing all of that stuff required some textures. They just didn't look so good when reformatting them into 64-bit. So we completely changed some of those and made some completely new ones, completely unique, and just changed them up completely and entirely. So one of the things that we left alone was the leaves on a lot of them at the particular moment. Now, I'm going to get a set of leaves or two that's going to be a little bit different because the blocks are very much the same. Like, I believe that the oak and the big oak are very close to the exact same texture that we're making wave back and forth. So I'm going to have to redo one of them, which is probably this one, which I think this is the jungle texture at the particular moment. What we also did is we redid the gravel. Sometimes we're taking actual pictures and then cutting out parts of the pictures to get, and then lowering the resolution down to 64-bit. And then other times we're actually doing it from scratch, and other times we're rearranging things. And each one of them is its own unique little pattern that we have going on here. So the pumpkin was already used inside of another pack, so we upped the resolution inside of that one. We made our completely unique glowstone right there, which glows up and glows down. And I didn't have time to redo the sea lantern, so I just gave it a different color, and it glows in, glows out very slightly, very slowly. The vines we kept the same. The grass was already 64. What we did, a lot of people had some issues logging in because they couldn't handle both 32 and 64, the mix of packs and whatnot. Now, one of the things that is a little bit too smooth for me, now we got the logs right here, which do look, these are the dark wood logs. They are really smooth at the particular moment. We want to roughen them out just a little bit, along with, that's the fence that goes with the dark oak. Yes, I know there's a little bit of a color difference, so we'll be fixing all that. And right now, it just, the graphical changes and how long it actually took and stuff. So that's how smooth it looks at the particular moment. So we're going to definitely have to roughen them up just a little bit. These came out a little bit too rough, so we got to actually smooth the stone out. And then we, of course, have the jungle wood, which looks like a tarantula at the particular moment. We did a little bit of work on that one for quite some time, so it's actually really cool. I really like it a lot, but usually when I'm looking at it this way. Now we're going to move some of this around and probably take this little brown spot that's on there, maybe make it a little bit shorter or make it a little bit closer to this wood here. So you'll see inside of the next episode or two when we're coming through here, you'll notice that has changed a little bit, but I really like the design overall. What we got going on here, we made a second cobblestone pattern, and we upped the graphics from 32 to 64 on the cobblestone, smoothed it out, roughed some edges, outlined it a little bit. So it's definitely a little bit more rugged at the particular moment. So there's a second pattern compared to the first, so it looks a little bit more smooth when you add in the second pattern there. We also already did the moss stone, which is right there. You can see that. We did a lot of different patterns the other day. Like I said, there's quite a bit of adjustments that's going to be made throughout the next few episodes here to adjust to changing everything over to 64-bit. Some of the things that won't be changing is like the pickaxe that we have, completely unique to the realm, and the sword, completely unique to the realm, because I already like those, and we did some cool work to them. So up here is where we left off the last particular episode, I believe, and you see how the flooring, it just looks so much better when you're looking at it from this particular point of view. It just looks very, very nice. If we had a second jungle wood pattern, it might actually work out pretty well. Other than that, we'll be making a little bit of change so it doesn't look so repetitive and like stripe it all the way up and down. It'll look a little bit more random, I guess you can say. So yeah, we're making this room over here, which is actually assigned to Mustachio at the particular moment. I see that he's carved a lot of this out to make a very large room. We're mixing it, we're giving it the name, what would I call it? It's a lounge, library, and a study. And I think I had a word for it, lounge, library, and a study. What? No, this is going to be the lounge, study, and library. When did he tell you that? Oh, yeah, yesterday we had talked about it, and we're going to make it the lounge, study, library. He's putting a fireplace and whatnot inside of the edge somewhere, a big one, apparently, and it can't touch the wood, so I don't really know what he's doing there. And he's going to make this glass go all the way up. I see that he smoothed out the ceiling a little bit. So some couches. He's going to add some bookshelves all over the place. Oh, we also did the bookshelves. Let me go over that, because I want to go over some of these things before we move on to any kind of building here. Did they fix that bridge? They did not fix the bridge yet, but the bridge set on fire. The bridge goes all the way down to our garden over there, the little birdhouse garden area that we had going on right here. But it's set on fire because right below we have that the station inside of there, and the netherrack the flames were somehow catching fire through the ground, and it went straight up to this bridge, so it had to be rebuilt once or twice there already. Going down, let's actually take a look at, so we got our ladder at the particular moment. It's a little bit cartoony, a little bit climbable. I think it looks pretty well. Going down here, the railroads. Okay, so we got railroad trucks. That's actually from the Misa pack at the particular moment. We'll make it a little bit more our own here in a little while. So here's our lovely little tracks at the particular moment. We got the track itself, and when the powered rail is on, this little green light is lit up, and when it is off, it's going to turn white. So let's go ahead and light it back up, and it turns green. So I thought that was pretty cool because it's like stop and go, you know? But whatever. So there's our particular railroad tracks for the momento. Where was I going? And then the bookshelves. We actually took an actual bookshelf, parts out of a bookshelf, to make this texture of the bookshelf. Now, it definitely looks library study looking at the particular moment. That is for sure. There's a lot of books going on inside of there. You can see a lot of books. Moving up to 64-bit just changed a lot of different things. You just had double the textures as before, so double the books. Maybe that's triple the books. So we took an actual picture of a bookshelf taken, and then resized it, cut it out, changed it, pixelized it, contrasted it, moved things around. There's a long story behind the bookshelf one, but it took a little bit of time. Since bookshelves are kind of a magical, fun little thing to do, I do actually want to make a flipbook texture for the bookshelves themselves, so they have like a little sparkle or some dust flying around them or something going on with them that adds a little bit of flavor, because books are the study of life. So I want to make the study of life a little bit magical here. So you can definitely tell what is not changed to 64-bit yet. Like we'll look at those, for instance, and then you compare them to the wood right here, and it's like, jeepers. And then, of course, you got the lapis right here, which you could tell is still 32 compared to the 64. The lapis will look really cool. I can't wait to actually get on top of that particular one. But each one of them, it's not easy doing texture packs, and it's definitely some time consuming. So I made a second kind of glass door pattern. This one is what we've had for a while here, which I replaced with the birch doors. And I replaced it well, soon to be replaced, with this door right here at this moment, making this one the 64-bit version. The birch door I actually still like a lot, so I still plan on keeping it inside of the mix, but texturing it up and changing it to 64-bit, it's going to take a little bit of time. This is going to be one of the easier ones, but each texture, changing it to 64-bit, takes a good amount of time. Anyone that does texture packs can tell you it's not the easiest task, but it's not the hardest task inside of the world, but it's more like time-consuming, if anything. You want to say something? Go ahead.
I've never been to prom.
Wow.
Because that whole prom thing's going on right now, so you see everybody's all dressed up in their dresses. You know what I did on prom day?
What did you do? Go ahead.
I don't know. What did we do?
What did we do?
Didn't we go to like the spa or something? Or we did something. Or did we just stay home and do nothing?
Get massages? We might have.
I don't know.
It might have. I don't remember.
But I didn't go to prom, and I didn't get to, I don't know.
Get to prom out?
I didn't get to prom out, but it's no big deal for you people who didn't get to prom out either, because you know why?
Why?
Because prom is for losers.
Oh my goodness, prom's for losers.
Okay, probably not, but you don't need prom in order to, I don't know what I'm trying to get to.
You know what to bang bang?
To bang bang.
To bang bang. You don't need
Chicka,
to prom
chicka,
to bang
bang.
bang. Okay, so one of the things you'll also notice, other than the leaves moving up to the 64-bit, is the spruce wood. It's a little bit more red. It's a little bit changed. We'll probably add a little bit more pine tree-ish feel to them, as
Maybe
Mr.
like
Destroyer pointed out the other day. But I like the color a lot. That brown red color. It looks very, very nice. The texture itself, the pattern's a little bit weird, so we'll probably move towards the original one that we had a little bit closer.
Nice.
Yeah, the color is beautiful. So then we have the obsidian. Now I'm going to make this a flipbook texture to where the red on the inside is a little bit flamey and it's a little bit glowy. So it'll make the obsidian a little bit darker, and as it glows, the obsidian will get darker and the flames will... Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You trying to ruin my pack telling. Yes, I know the zombies will change up a little bit too. Don't worry. Everything has its time. What?
Have you showed him the ladder?
Yeah, I've already shown him the ladder.
Oh.
And that's particularly the cat at the moment. He's staying. He's fancy. All right, going down. We've already went through some of these. I will change the dragon head. You guys are like, hey, that's like 16-bit. Yeah, I know. It'll change up.
Have you showed them the powered rails yet?
I already showed them the powered rails.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I've already been through. Already went through a lot of things already. Then that's what we've been doing up there.
Show them what Krabby did with the string to get the vines to
Oh,
stop
what
growing.
Crabber's mustachio. So, if you guys don't know this particular trick, I didn't know this trick. So the vines hang down to the ground and they just keep growing until they reach the ground or some kind of surface. Now, I could have done one thing, which was texture pack an invisible block. You could do that. Or B, you can use string. Now, I thought this was a glitch. You see that white that is right here where my crosshair is? That white line? I thought it was a glitch, like something was going wrong. No, it's actually, he just placed a block of string right there. Now, I didn't even know there was a block of string, and I do texture packs. I haven't found anything like that. But it's a part of a tripwire, which you put there. Now, I can do one of the things to where I can just make the string invisible. You know, so anyone walking around can't see the string. So if you get hit by a tripwire, you're just kind of screwed. Or two, I just make the invisible block. One of the two ways. We want to make it to where the vine doesn't go all the way to the ground. And it just looks weird. It just vine everywhere, all the way everywhere. I love the vine look, but I just wish that it stopped at certain places, where you could actually design where it goes. So with a few redesigns and a few upping inside of the pack, you could tell that the hotel, just the face of it alone, has upped in quality a lot. It's very, very smooth.
Look at those the what is it? The fence. How they're
The fence?
all, every single piece of fence is different.
Every single piece of fence is different. I don't know how this ended up happening. I should have just made it one color, but I had whatever fence I had on me, and it kept on getting beat up and taken down, so I just put whatever fence I had on me, and I haven't even named the hotel. Terrible. Let me in. There we go. So, yeah, the villagers, I am going to...
There's a zombie.
Hey, what's that fool doing? He's just chilling at the door. The villagers, when they get their ups, I'm probably going to draw the villagers. Honestly, I'm going to probably draw the villagers, and...
I want to do the villagers.
You want to draw them?
No.
Because I was actually going to give them, like, anime faces in a tuxedo.
No.
I think it would be pretty cool.
Well, you still want to stick to the Minecraft theme.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, there's that guy. I'm sorry, dude. You're going to be upped in texture soon. You're going to be upped. Now, why are your hands so bloody? I mean, I understand why your mouth... Okay, actually, I understand why his hands are so bloody. So, looking down...
What's the hit button?
Click. He just burned on up.
We play with controllers.
Well, yeah. When I first started playing this game, I did nothing but play with a controller, but whenever I've been doing these videos, I've been doing keyboard and mouse. So slowly I've been learning how to play with keyboard and mouse and moving my head all over the place. Really exciting. So some of the flowers, if you've noticed, some of the flowers are being upped and some of them have not been. You could tell which ones are and which ones are not. Can you tell? Not this one.
I was thinking inside of the graveyard, I was going to build like a huge little totem, and I was going to put all the names of the people who've joined the realm but just didn't really work out or couldn't really...
We actually talked about that. Instead of us dying and putting a gravestone, every single thing there, we actually have a list of the people who have joined the realm, and yes, we had talked about it, I think it was yesterday or the day before, to where the graveyard will hold all of the old players of the realm, which is 1912. Okay. So I think these, we'll take these right off the bat. Since these are from the Misa pack, I like what they did with it. It looks cool. A little bit too red.
Yeah, you need to bring the red, like, up and bring the handle up, too.
Well, a little bit too red for us.
I like the little outline of the wire around it. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Krabby Outlaw fell from tree farm.
So we will definitely put a lot of gravestones. This whole place needs to be a little bit
fixed up.
A little bit fixed up.
Come on, Krabby.
I think Krabby did a pretty good job for the most part.
Just the walls are a little weird.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was trying to go for like the old, like
medieval.
Like not medieval, but like old trashed.
Mm.
We don't want any trashed buildings here, Krabby. What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
Done so much better. Well,
so
they just need to fix up the.
You can kind of tell right off of the bat. Here's the old John Smith light texture glowstone that we had started off with.
I like that one.
It is. It's cool. It's very neat. And we went for a much more modern, our own, glowy.
Oh, how come that one hasn't changed? What's the difference between that one?
That one is a redstone lamp. Now, the redstone lamps, you need to have an off and an on. They're two different textures.
Oh, why are you going to keep those ones like that? Does it glow like an orange yellow?
What I'm going to do,
because I like that glowstone a lot.
Because there's two things that I've got to do with the glowstone. I know, I like this glowstone a lot too. For the redstone lamps, we can actually give it a completely different texture, but I'm not really sure how to do this particular one just yet. For the other one, we actually used stained glass. We actually used some actual stained glass. Outlined some stained glass, changed some things up, rearranged some of them. We just used a stained glass idea, so that's what we kind of went with for a more modern California pizza kitchen kind of look. What?
Have you told them about Dasmo?
Dasmo. So Dasmo's no longer with us. We'll keep the reasons to ourselves because I don't think that everyone should know, but we'll just say that Dasmo's no longer with us. It's too bad because honestly, he had some really cool things going, and he was one heck of a builder, and he just kept building and kept building and kept building. He might have actually been building a little bit too fast. It's like I couldn't keep up with it. He was just building too fast. But I liked him for the most part. And he had like a cool little RP kind of thing going on with him. So we'll leave it at that. But he's no longer with us, but he will be inside of the graveyard as the past users. And it was a pleasure playing with him. I do need to eat. And so here's the statues that we have along the side of the road.
I keep meaning to take off those stupid button eyes. They look so silly.
They do look pretty funny. Maybe we should use stone eyes instead.
Or just
I'll redesign one of the
eyes.
buttons to just make them into eyes.
No, that would be so creepy.
So we put the statues all the way down the road.
I think that's a kind of a good idea because
It's creepy?
No, we should change the button to something like really cool since people use buttons all the time.
Yeah, but the only problem with the button is you can't change the design unless you change the design of the stone or what it's made of. So the wood design itself. Wait, I don't know. I'd probably have to look into that. So here's our original little train station that we kind of fixed up here.
It wasn't original.
No, this is what Dasmo had originally built, and then we fixed it up. Yeah. Sorry if that came off a little bit weird, but yeah. So we used the spruce wood along the sides. You can tell that we redesigned the spruce wood entirely. Now, I like the original design, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't ours. So slowly but surely, as we're doing this one up, we are creating our own, very own designs after actual pictures taken or actual texturing them out pixel by pixel, and then other times creating lines and designing them. So
I love the redstone things now. Like turn it off. I love when you turn it off and on and you can see the colors. Oh, look at how cute.
They become
my
white and
goodness.
green, aren't they neat?
Yeah.
So,
Don't copy what I say.
what?
I said yeah first.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, piece by piece, we're creating our own individual, beautiful, beautiful world. Coordinates, all grass blocks. We're gonna have a second pair. What?
Go back. That was
Oh my
Zoro's
goodness.
house.
Well, what was Zoro's house?
No, wait, keep going. No, keep going. Right there.
This is Zoro's house?
Yeah.
This treasure chest is Zoro's house. We've all donated some stuff to put in. Hey, this is my glass panes and ladders. So that's his house, just so you guys know. He's actually been doing some stuff inside of creative mode on his own. See how they glow up when it becomes more nighttime? So when it becomes nighttime, they turn on. What is that up there?
Kill him.
What the?
Execute him.
Hold on.
What a fail. You're doing it way too high. A little bit lower.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Got him. That was sweet. And you can tell that the water has actually changed designs once again. Now, I love the blue look to them, but I love the kind of tinted green. It's got a really cool color inside of the sand. If you look up close, look at how beautiful that is. It's got a very natural, watery look to it to where you can actually see through it, see the bottom moving as well. Now, the problem with that is when it's in a dark area. I don't know. I haven't figured out how I'm going to fix this just yet. But when it's in a darker area, which is right over here, we're going to take a look at it. You can't see anything. Nothing. But hey, the waterfalls look very nice. Very smooth, very watery.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Water
piece
is
and piece at a time. So we did a little, also you can tell that the gravel has added a little bit of, it's a little bit lighter than what it was, but it still has some very cool textures going on there. We had it overly smooth originally that I did it, and thanks to Miss Destroyer, we fixed that right on up. So this is multiple opinions thrown inside of the mix to create the ultimate Realm Minecraft world. That being said,
Wait.
Go ahead.
I want to say one more thing. Okay, so I seen this thing where this guy had a tattoo on his back and it says, "We're all gonna die." And then this one girl, she wrote on her back with like a pen and she said, "Water is wet."
Wow.
Because like It's obvious, so why would you even need to tattoo something like that? So it's just funny, and I don't know. It just made me giggle. So I thought I'd share this. Hopefully, it made one person giggle.
Oh, okay. That being said, joke time's now over, and the episode we have ran out of time. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our music gaming channel, as we have a
butthole
a butthole ton.
I don't even know where you are.
Go ahead.
Butthole ton of more music, videos, nudes, and 6 forms of awesome entertainment for your viewing and listening body parts. To one and to all, have a delicious evening. Stillwinter, Ian, and Miss Destroyer out.
Wait, you gotta do it again, and I gotta swing the bow at the same time, okay?
To one and to all, have a delicious evening. Stillwinter, Ian, and Miss Destroyer out. Out.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dreams. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why